Here is Miro African TV. So on today's program, I will be discussing geopolitical game. On today's video, I will break a news that most of the Western world media are not even talking about. I will make a prediction here, not breaking news. Let me predict something. I will make a prediction that the world is going to see something different from September to October. The prediction that I'm about to make is that Israel is going to declare a formal war on Iran. Either that will happen on September or it will happen on October, but it must happen this year. There are things that most of you are not taking note of. America has closed 2 of their military bases in Iraq. Something fishy is going on, and the international community are behaving as if nothing is going on. Guys, Third World War have already started. Not that it's about to start, but it has not reached to a level where they will have nuclear exchange. Western world, that's the entire collective West. Hold on, the breeze is too much. Let me close my jacket before I catch cold. Just hold on. Hold on. So I am back. Before, America fought a war they call War on Terror. Now the war that is about, it's already broken. The war is already on, raging, only that the war is gradually expanded to, I will call it the Fourth World War. Many may ask, why do I say Fourth World War? Third World War has not been fought. Why are we jumping to Fourth World War? Most of you are not taking record that after Second World War, Third World War happened, but it happened in Africa. Many may say, what? Third World War in Africa? Yes. You know that after Second World War, the West and Russia, that's the Soviet Union by then, fall into what they call Cold War. It wasn't hot war, but diplomatically they are cooperating, but a lot of things were restricted. Yes. Until a war broke out in Nigeria. That is Nigerian Biafran War. That war, England blocked a lot of things that war did not make it to mainstream media. And most of the journalists that recorded what happened in Nigerian Biafran War were not allowed to publish what they observed during that time. The Third World War that happened in Africa, Nigeria declared war on Biafra. Let me just give you people a little bit hint. Nigeria declared war on Biafra, believing they would beat Biafrans under 3 to 6 months, that they would take over the Biafran territory. But in reality, 8 months of the war, Nigeria lost that war. That is where United States, Britain, and Soviet Union collaborated to subdue the Biafrans. Most of you don't know about this information, but if you dig deep, you will come across it. Almost 6 million Biafrans were massacred, killed. The Soviet Union, you may ask, how can a powerful nation like Soviet been fighting a war in Africa and the people are still alive. Let me tell you something. Soviet was supplying what they call their MiG-29s to the Nigerian government. But by that time, Nigeria has no time to train their soldiers. Nigeria now rent Soviet pilots. Soviet pilots are the ones bombing the Biafrans, while Egyptians being rented by Britain and America, Egypt, Tunisia, and Morocco, including some African countries, including Cameroon, joined the Nigerian army, fighting one tribe, Not that they are fighting a country. Nigeria, Britain, United States, Soviet Union, Egypt, North Africans, colluded in subduing the Biafra that all of you sees their flag everywhere. That is where Third World War was fought for 3 good years. Most of your parents contributed money to support the Biafran children. Most of your parents participated in helping Biafrans by then. Yeah, Biafra wasn't subdued via bullet. Biafrans were subdued via hunger. Britain and America, including France, forced Cameroon to block all their borders so that no food will be coming into the eastern part of Nigeria. So they starved the Biafrans to surrender. That is where the Americans understand the power of blockade. Food blockade. The experiment was conducted during that time. The Third World War was fought in African territory. Now, Fourth World War is in the making. America promised the world that using dollar in doing business will bring growth to the both sides of the world. Systematically, they changed the rule of the game while the game is still alive. They start turning all the whole countries that are using dollar to become their area of influence. Yes. If you try to resist, they will sanction you to follow the line. What is going on? I hope my voice is coming out clear. What is going on here? Okay. So, if you try to resist the rules that was set, they will now convert that instrument that you signed agreement with to become a poison to your economy. So you must be forced to follow their order. But now, countries has been looking for a way out. Chinese were growing. Russians has a lot of resources. But their government, that is the President Putin, was not thinking about the growth of his country by then. Putin was thinking on how to integrate Russia into western part of Europe, which they used their brain. They messed around with his brain and later dumped him. So Putin get annoyed and started working against the system they helped to establish. Now come the BRICS. When BRICS was created, people were laughing around BRICS. People were joking with that name BRICS. It won't take long, it will collapse. Who is Russia to set up something? Russians are nobody. Chinese, these ones that are producing fake things. They were laughing. They were too arrogant to analyze what BRICS is going to become in the future. Why are they so arrogant? They think that they have it all, that they have secured the planet, that this earth belongs to United States. If you fail to fall in line, your economy, if you fail to fall in line, your economy will be imploded from inside. But later, the West was watching. BRICS, instead of collapsing, BRICS keeps on expanding, becoming larger. Their economy is growing. Systematically, they are dumping dollars. To the extent, after the problem that broke out between Russia and Ukraine, that the West started dumping the mother of all sanctions on Russia. Russia started campaigning, telling the world the benefit that will come to their country and their wallet if they start doing business with their national currency. Imagine a country having a currency. That currency is only made for your citizens. You can't even use it to buy bread in the international market. Example, if you come to Africa, you will see Nigeria, you will see Niger, you will see Burkina Faso, you will see Benin Republic, you see Ghana. All these countries surrounded Nigeria with one borders. But if Nigerian government want to buy granite from Ghana, instead of Nigerian government will create a port where those coming from Ghana will be dumping their cedis and be getting naira, so that if Nigeria want to buy granite from Ghana, they have enough cedis to trade with Ghana. No. If Nigeria want to buy something from Benin Republic that Nigeria can convert to become one of their states, Nigeria will first of all go to the international market to look for dollar. To buy goods in almost in-house, the nearest country that shares border with you. And their economy is not growing. Russians are now teaching, Chinese started teaching the benefit in doing business with national currency. As the world started dumping dollars, started dealing on national currencies, selling their materials on national currencies, their economy started developing. There America said, something is wrong somewhere and we must do something. As all of us understand that whosoever that goes against the greenback, the dollars, must be punished. But Russia is a nuclear state, high-tech, military tech country that you can't just bully around like as if you are bullying Iraq or Iran. America really wants to destroy Russia, for Russia not to destroy the dollar. America now starts looking for countries around Russia that will accept to be paid so that they will fight the war on behalf of America, while America will finance them from behind. Yeah, the first country was Georgia. Following their leader at that time, they called him Saakashvili. Yeah. He tried his own. Russia rushed in, dismantled him. At the same time, they realized, the Russians, we are not all that capable, coordinated in any angle. If any serious war breaks out, we may not survive as a country. Then, as a nation that wants to regain its position in international geopolitics, Putin started rebuilding their military. By that time, the whole world was also laughing at him. He wanted to revive the Soviet Union. He wanted to rebuild his military. They were laughing Putin by then. But before they realized it again, Russian military is no longer the same military that fought with Georgia. That's why, sorry, some noise are coming because of construction. They are doing construction here. Let me show you guys. Some constructions are going on. So the heavy equipments are making noise. As you can see, I think this is waterway that they are laying. It's making a hell of noise, huh? So, see that? That is German construction companies. Would you like to see their name? Let me show you. I'm not paid to do advertisement. So the guys are, they are doing a great job. That is the company. So, let me continue. So, as the Americans now went and started investing in Ukraine, training Ukrainians, building Ukrainians with the British. What the British need, if Ukraine win, British want to take over Crimea. That has been their dream since ages. You know that British has been fighting Russia for many years. So, the Ukrainians accepted the offer made by America, Britain, and Europe for them to help them fight Russia. Russians are not strong because they are being trained by NATO. If Russians hear that Ukrainians are coming, they will drop their weapons and run away. That was the narrative. Taking that Russians are watching the Western media, that they are listening to whatever the rubbish they are saying. But as that war started, the world or the West, they were saying Russia won't even last for 1 year. Their economy will collapse. Putin will be kicked out of jail. The Russian state, Russia as a country, has been already divided. The West have partitioned Russia the way they partitioned Africa. The one that will belong to United States, the area that will belong to Britain, and other parts of Western nation. All of them jumped in and started investing in that great project of balkanization of Russia. Yes, just for the interest of dollar. The West, NATO is fighting Russia via Ukraine. They could not win the war. They started becoming mediators in the middle of the war they are fighting with you, with Russia. They become mediator. Russia also welcomed them. Yes, okay. You can mediate in the war you are fighting. We don't have problem with it. But whatever you are mediating, please don't forget the root causes of this problem. So whatever you are mediating or not mediating, we are not deviating from that root cause of the problems. Now, America see that they cannot break Russia. They said, okay, Russia can't be that economically power without the BRICS countries financing his war indirectly. But America is financing militarily and financially. Even many American special forces put on the ground in Ukraine, shooting at Russians. Yes. But they want to win the war. Take it or you leave it. No matter how they take to win the war, win is win. They want NATO, America, the West to remain on top. Every other nation will be under. They hold the hammer. Your country is the nail. Yeah. What do? Let us break the hands that work with Russia. There come the tariff war. It's not sanction. Don't call it sanction. It is tariff. Yeah. They started with the heavyweight, which is China. China called their bluff and hit back. Before 2 weeks, American seaports started running dry. They were forced to call it off. Now, they have turned to India. Hit India with tariff. Stop buying the same product America is buying from Russia. You know, in mainstream media, you are hearing that India is buying oil from Russia. America also is buying oil and gas from Russia. The oil that Trump is signing to sell to the whole people that are signing deals with him, America don't have all of them. He wants to sell Russian oil indirectly. To you, you are not allowed to refine it. You are not allowed to get it cheaper. You must buy it from them so that America will pocket the whole gain. And you and your economy can float it. It doesn't concern them. Now, they drop sanction or tariff, 50% tariff on India. And just imagine the arrogance. You were preparing India for many years, promising India heaven on earth, how India will balance China. And I keep on making videos, and I was saying, the way the West operates is divide and conquer. They will divide, they will pick one person, they rubbish you, they drop you, and they pick the next one. Gradually, encroaching to every part. Nobody is free. Let me tell you people, nobody, including African countries. I will even touch Nigeria and other parts of Africa. Systematically. Now, after dealing with China, the same India, they went and formed AUKUS, or what do they call their, whatever, Asia, AUKUS, like NATO. They now face India to crush the economy of India, to make India to fall in line, behave, and become one of their enclave. And don't forget that this same India that America want to control today, because of Pakistan, America and Britain nearly bombed India to hell, but Russia came for their rescue. Only Russia is the fire service that keep on quenching everywhere. Anglo-Saxon are putting fire. Only Russia has the chemical to quench that fire. Russia rescued India, and India never forgot. That's why India keeps on buying any of their military hardware from Russia. But the new politicians from India, why must we be buying where Chinese are buying? If we and China will go to war, China already know the weakness of every equipment. Let us deviate to Western technology. They went and bought France jet fighter that couldn't even rise up before Pakistan take it out with Chinese-made fighter jets, Chinese-made rocket. But India could stand today to talk as a great nation in Asia because of one S-400 that America fought tooth and nail to block that India should not purchase. That is the only remedy that rescued India from the Pakistanis, because every glide bomb that Pakistan dropped on India was taken out by that S-400. Without that, Indian parliament everywhere, Pakistan want to turn it to what Israel did to Palestine. Yes, but that one air defense defended the entire India territory. Is that wonderful? All the whole weapons sold to them by the Western nation couldn't even touch Pakistan. It's like friend and foe technology is even identifying itself to Pakistan that I'm coming, I'm on the way, I'm at the right side, I'm at the left side, and Pakistan knows where to fire. Fire and forget, rocket. But the ones they get from Russia blinded Pakistan. That's why India says, Trump told India, you got to buy F-35. India said, no, sir, I'm sorry. We can't go for that. It's better for us to work with Russia and build the 5th generation fighter jet that the West systematically advised India to pull out when that project started at the beginning. Now India realized that advice wasn't for their own benefit, but for the Anglo-Saxon benefit. You see, the same advice they gave to Nigeria, 1980 something, I don't know, 1980, 1 naira is to $2. And they advised Nigeria, devalue naira because you have resources. In the next 10 years, the whole world will be seeking to cooperate with Nigeria because your economy will be so vast. Nigeria didn't even analyze it. Nigeria went in and devalued naira. Till today, naira is toilet paper. Whenever the West are giving you advice, always carry your own national interest at heart. You don't need to belong to the big boys club that they are creating. If you don't fall in line, they don't invite you. Even though they invite you, they try to molest you or demoralize you. Fuck it. Fuck it, man. Here now that I'm moving around, I'm alone. I'm alone. I don't need crowd. I don't need to belong. What matters is me, myself, alone. Your interest should be number one. Any other thing should be mosquito that flies in the night. You need shutters to quench it. Psst, 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 psst. They get out. So now, let me go back. They have started war against India, economic war. Another person, another country that they believe that is gingering Russia is Iran. We thought that Iran couldn't even build anything. They are only terrorist country. They are Muslims. Muslims don't have technology. Muslims, they only know how to commit terror, the same terror that the West manipulate them to do. But Iran technology is shocking everybody in Western nation. So they believe now that Iran is sharing those technology with Russia. No longer Russia. Russia technology is no longer active. It's Iran technology, if you understand where I'm going to. Now they want Israel to take care of Iran, keep Iran busy, while they keep India busy, and they continue the war with Russia. You see how they operate. You will see some countries will hang around that they are neutral state, neutral country, but they eat, drink, tango with NATO. Listen, those are undeclared NATO countries. That's what I'm telling you. All these countries are undeclared, like Ukraine. Imagine Ukraine is not an European Union member. Ukraine is not a NATO member. But Europe is running dry economically because of Ukraine. Ask yourself what is going on. The German politicians are telling the people that the country is no longer capable to finance the how will I put it, social system of the country. He said it like today. 2 days later, he sent 10 billion to Ukraine. Did you hear that? Did you see that? That is what I'm telling you. Now, my observation, war will start between Israel and Iran around September, October. Mark this date. I am not an expert, but I know what I'm saying. War will start, but that war, it will be brutal. You know, anything that is not of natural, that try to take over the natural side of the world, will grow fast, become too powerful very fast. But for it to vanish, it will just be like a twinkle eye. Poof! You will no longer find it again. What do I mean? Everybody knows that Israel, that country there, is fake. It's not a country. It's an extended hand of the colonial masters, managed by Britain. That is British project. Why? Because the West, they don't want the Jewish to come back to their territory. Not that they love Israel so much, that they support Israel. You can commit your crime, commit atrocity, commit genocide. We don't care. Continue. They don't want these guys back because they know that if anything happens in that territory, these guys are coming back. All of them are hanging around with dual citizenship. Yes, the little one they have with Iran, what happened? Half of Israel ran to Cyprus. Yes, and from Cyprus, they are making their way to Germany, England, coming back where the people don't want them. And this, if they come back, the war that is going on in the Middle East will come back to the West. Because these people, all they know how to do is to finance war. And the West don't need it. Leave them there, keep them there, kill them, chop them, maim them, do whatever you like, but don't come back. That is what is going on. But the God, the Almighty, the creator of the universe, the maker, the one that placed every human being where they find themselves, is about to reset the clock. You know, when the war between Russia and Ukraine wanted to start, I also told you people, I said, I have asked my ancestors, and they said that the ancestors, you know, that Russian territory up to Sweden, I know many people will dispute what I'm about to say now. Many will fight it, many will try to revoke against it, but the history is still alive, is there, hidden under the carpet. But if you dig deep, you will find it out. You hear about the Vikings, those people, they say the Vikings, the Russians are the Vikings, and the Scandinavians are Vikings. It's a lie. It's a lie. That is stolen identity. Let me tell you, from Ireland to Sweden to Norway up to Russia, that cathedral in Red Square, that church that has round something, go and ask Russian politicians, the ones that knows history, which people build that technology, that thing that you see there, up to the dark side, up to the they call it the snow, that snow area. Ask them which people build. There are ones that are under, you know, because it's too cold. They started building their living place under the soil. I mean, the dark-skinned people. Those areas were covered by dark-skinned people. those territories. I know that most of you will argue it. So let me go back. Israel will start a war. America will join that war. But let me tell you people, now, there is nothing like chosen children of Israel. The people, look, let me tell you, heaven, holy place, is in here. There is no place there. That is another domain of a different thing. No God that hang on the sky. No God that hang under the earth. No God is inside the water. We, the black Africans, we are the God that created everything. We are the only tribe, the only people on planet that has the power to reincarnate. If you see any other person that reincarnated, he has a lineage that has to do with Africa. When I said Africa, it has to do with West Africa. The gene entered that person. It's only the gene that hides the secret of the world, the planet. The only tribe that can never be destroyed, humiliated, enslaved, killed. Every chemical killer that called medicine is being shipped to that part of the world, and still they remain alive. Why? Because they are the cryptographic secret of the planet. They on our gene. Not only melanin. Melanin that made us black is not the only thing that you can find in the gene of black man. Black man possess the secret of the planet. Yes. And the West don't want this, what I'm saying now, to come up. They don't want it to be discussed. But why am I touching it? The thing that will reveal the truth is about to happen from September, October. If Israel, America want to mess up all the cooked history, stolen identities they have been selling to the planet since colonial time, let them go and fight Iran. You know, one American man says, when war being broke out, money is being made. But when that war breaks out, the history will be let loose. Israel, that you know, Palestine will be free. I don't want to use words that algorithm, the system may go after my video. They shouldn't fight that war. But if they go and start that war, America is about to fall. You know, let me tell you people later. The reason why Europe don't want the Ukrainian war to stop, because of the project, America was fighting Russia to regain their dominance in the world, while Europe is sponsoring that war for their own agenda. Think deep. The best way to destroy a great nation, the best way to destroy a great nation that you are claiming that you love and served, but you want to regain your freedom, is to bring two great nations to fight each other. They will fight the way Russia and Hitler fought. And at the end of the day, Hitler collapsed and Russia collapsed. And America emerged victorious without killing or fighting the war. Trump says that America is the winner of Second World War. Who take over Berlin? Who liberated Poland, Bulgaria, Romania, Finland, all these countries from Russia? Is it America or Britain? How many soldiers did America and Britain lost combined? But they will tell you who is who. But let me tell you people, the clock is about to reset itself. The great Chinese you are seeing today, they were once great. And Africans were great before the West gained one or three technology and started destroying the whole establishment. But with the thing that is about to happen between today Israel and Iran, so all this war is war against BRICS, war against every country that don't want to obey to dollar. Now, how did Africa fit into this war? Did you know that Trump have systematically sanctioned some African nations, blocking them from getting easy access or entry to the United States? My question is, why do Western citizens will pack his load and board flight land in Africa without any question? But if African citizens want to come to Europe, you have to prove to the reasonable doubt. You have to prove even though the name of your great-grandmother, just for you to obtain a visa. We are living in the same planet. But if you want to cross to the left, you prove to the hell. But if they want to come over, they don't need anything. As America is placing this sanction, Africans you shouldn't make it open because you don't have the power to say you are sanctioning America. Just work it underground, make it difficult that they will start complaining. They are the ones that will tell the world you are systematically sanctioning them. And the world will say, what? Africa? That's how it should be. Like the French airline are begging Mali and Niger to allow them to start flying. And these countries say, no, 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 no. We are working to be flying to Russia, not to Europe again. Our money shouldn't be spent in Europe again. It should be spent to the countries that love us. So, guys, that is the video of today, the geopolitical. America is about to mess the world up. But I don't blame them. Why am I not blaming them? They want to uproot everything they established when they were great. But now they are falling behind. They want to uproot everything so that everything goes with them. Yeah. My question is, why do Russia and China keep on going to New York for UN meeting? Set up a different alternative meeting that is not up to you. Set up a different, people will start going to that one. United Nations is just a joke. It's a joke. It's not there is nothing reasonable that I see in that thing called United Nations, both the office or whatever. Everything these guys set up is for their own interest. BRICS should set up an organization that should be truly taking care of international affairs. I know that you guys can do it. You guys has the power, the capability. Everything is not finance. But when people see that this thing is workable, it's feasible, there is no kone, there is no hidden laws, there is no either you do this before I allow you to come here. Under it, the world will switch over. You don't need to fight America from indirect war. Indirect war, breaking the whole system they established. Set up alternative, even though America pull out of it. Who is the founder? It's them. Pull it out. Create your own. Let the West and America hang there and call themselves the international community. And BRICS should set what we call the fair world order. The fair world order. We are the interests of Africans. Imagine if you come into African Union, European Union have seat there. European Union as a union has seat there. And every European countries have their own seat there. There, Africans are not discussing the progress of Africa. They react to the issues going on in the European Union. Rubbish people. I will not blame. Why do they go there? Like if you come to West Africa, you see ECOWAS. ECOWAS is being set up by West, financed by West. As African people, imagine Mali producing uranium and France is buying 1 kilo at the rate of 30 cents. A kilo of uranium for decades, for centuries. You buy it 30, 40 cents. And the country kick France out, regain themselves, and be selling a kilo of what France is taking a cent at the rate of almost 500 to 700 euros. And Nigeria is cocking gun to go and fight them, to destroy the government so that France will continue where they stopped. And you are telling me that those countries are, I think they need a psychiatric, yeah, tablets and everything to set their brain. So, guys, I thank those that came across to watch my video. I said thank you. So another thing that I noticed, I watched some videos where some Cameroonians were making, I mean the English speaking part of Cameroon, they were making videos that the reason why English Cameroon left Nigeria and joined the Francophone is because the Igbo tribes by then pushed them out of Nigeria. This thing is starting now like the way it started in Nigeria with every tribe trying to nail the Igbos. Igbos did one or did two against who, against what, but no evidence, no proof. Now, the same people that are orchestrating that thing are now moving to that place. Why? Because they are fighting wars there. And the French have seen the cooperation between those people and the Biafrans. So now they are selling a different narrative to divide the mind of people that Igbos didn't accept them, and that's why they joined this thing. Let me clear the air a little to my best knowledge. At the beginning, the first people that entered those territories, both Nigeria and Cameroon, was Germans. No, it was the Portuguese. Abi, I don't know who comes first, either German or Portuguese. But the one that came with the Britain after they came, British came, is Germans. By that time, the Calabar business hub, where the West facilitated their business that time, have area of influence up to Douala, Cameroon by then. The English-speaking part of Cameroon is more connected to the southern part of Nigeria than that place they find themselves. Let me cut the long story short. The Germans and the Britons started having issues that they came back to Europe and settled their differences, and they create border. The border was created between Britain and German. Under the German occupation, the Bakassi Peninsula that Nigerians were living in, Nigerian citizens, was cut out and given to Cameroon by Britain without the consent of the citizens living there. Nobody queried them, nobody asked them where they want to belong. They just cut it and do their thing and start policing, forcing people to obey by their roots. But when First World War was fought and Germany lost First World War, the Allies came together and uproot Germany from all their territories in Africa, and they handed it over to France. France could not colonize them or by force, by war, no. It was willingly handed over to France. So during the time that independence started in Africa, Britain conducted a referendum in the northern part of Cameroon, where the today's Atiku Abubakar of the former presidential candidate and former vice president of Nigeria came from. They voted to join Nigeria. by then. But coming to the southern part of Cameroon, they did not conduct any referendum. Rather, they went to United Nations to set up a decree that by that time they have done their campaign within southern part of Cameroon, and the United Nations asked southern Cameroon, where do you want to belong? Southern Cameroon says, in Nigeria, we are minority. We believe if we join Nigeria, we will be minority in Nigeria. But if we join Francophone, it will be equal, balanced game. Yes. Cameroon willingly unplugged themselves from their root from southern part of Nigeria and plugged themselves to the Francophone country called Cameroon, French-speaking Cameroon. Yes, that is what really happened. Go and do your research. And at the end of the day, people are trying to cook a different story against the Igbos. Let me tell you, and let me tell you once again, all those that are clamoring, fighting one tribe, of whose interest are you fighting? Whosoever that fought a war with Britain, Britain would do everything on planet to destroy you via media. During the time that British was ruling the world, British was the most powerful, like United States by then. The only tribe that challenged Britain fought British for 35 good years at the Igbo tribe. You hear colonization. The war between Biafrans and Britain did not start today. It has been there since time immemorial. Ekumeku War, go and search Ekumeku War. It was fought for almost 40 years. Before the most strongest military on planet could be able to subdue a tribe. Not a country, but we are a great nation. Yes. Along the line, Biafran War break out. We have to humiliate the British for them to bring the Soviet into that war. And other North Africans join to subdue the same tribe. Now, a lot of stories are being cooked. Fulanis are spreading, juggling, because their brother in uniform are being stationed in Igbo land. As your brothers are being trained to fight a war, there are people that war is in their gene. They don't need to train. The more they fight, they are like Russians, the more powerful they become. The best thing for you, all the people poking the Igbos, don't allow this war to break out. Don't allow it. Don't allow. You know, I advised you people before that I was making Biafran videos. I was telling Nigerian soldiers and police, stop shooting the Igbos. Don't allow any Igbo man, don't push them for them to touch gun. If Igbo man shoot with a military man and remain alive, my man, you are finished. The fear in them will disappear. I know my people. I know myself. They will be afraid to fight you at the beginning. But when the war breaks out, they see that you cannot. What they're expecting is not what they are seeing. You will get yourself into trouble. Nigeria, you have done a lot to destroy the Igbo tribe. You have seized all our mineral resources that God gave to us and said that everything is coming from River State. All of a sudden, gradually, you have put both Anambra State into Niger Delta. telling you people that oil they have been stealing for decades is coming from our territories. That's why they fought that war. But Nigeria, I am warning you once again. Our people are now holding gun. Few of them are challenging your authority. Few of them. Bringing Fulani to the territory of the Igbos will cause havoc. Because the worst thing that will happen is when war breaks out. I mean, real war. What do we have to lose? After Biafran War, our area was not repaired. Do you think that this war that is coming now will be fought in Igbo land like before? Keep on dreaming. Keep on dreaming. Yorubas are busy destroying the properties of Igbos in the West. Don't stop. Keep on. Keep on. You will say that I warn you. Let me tell you once again. All the Igbo youths living in Western world. Yes, we are enjoying Western world though. But if war break out back home, we are coming back. Even though we are working with walking stick, we are coming back. We must defend our territory. It's a must. You are holding Nnamdi Kanu. He's beating you in your own court. Shamefully, you can't even willingly swallow your pride and release him. Don't let that man's head fall in that your prison. You will never love it. You will regret it. But you can't turn the clock back. It's better you release him now. Release him now. For the betterment of A, B, C, even D, please. So, my viewers, thank you once again. Thank you for joining Mirror African Television. If you have any argument, if you have anything to argue or update to give or area to make corrections, set it out in the comment section. I read everything and I do reply everything. Thank you very much. Remain blessed and bye-bye for now. Let's call it a day.